Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But let me first give my disclaimer, y'all. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. Y'all, we are looking at the VIX. And as you can see, this strong move here tells me that the SPY has declined. When the VIX is up, the SPY is down normally. Let me say that, right? So where are the trouble places for the VIX? I have this level around 1844. The high of this candle is 1838. So if we go back to the upside and break past this 1844, we could possibly have trouble again at 1871, 1886, and breaking that 1886 brings us back to this level here of 1905. So again, the VIX has moved up, meaning the SPY should be down. Now to the downside, let's look and see where our trouble places are for the VIX. If by chance we come back to this gathering spot here, support is around 1713, or we could very well, let's come back. So we could very well come back and find support here at 1790, again at 1756 or 1755, 1739, which is right where this 5 EMA is, and it brings us back to the gathering spot of 1721. So those are going to be support places for the VIX. Again, I look at the VIX only because it kind of gives me an idea of what's going on with the SPY. So let's look at the SPY today and see where we are. The SPY closed at 595.01. As we see here, we were trading in a gathering spot or a consolidation area, whatever word you choose to use, right? So what's interesting about the SPY is we have had this long, again, I like to look at the 30-minute chart. We have this long red candle here. So something has happened. We broke out of this gathering spot, lost support here at 592.62. Again, we lost support at 591.57, lost support again 590.89, again at 590.16. This was areas that we could have found support and bounced. However, we came down to this level here of 588.92, found support at this 588.71. So they knew we could have support here. They probably came down to trigger some, yeah. So I would be careful at this area, 588.71 or 588.92. That is a support place for the SPY. As you can see, we're back and forth in this area. So where are our trouble places to the downside? Breaking this level of 588.71 or 588.92, we could very well find support 588.13. Again at 587.20, losing that area 586.67. If we lose that area, 586.30. So I'm going to try to zoom out. 586.30 area. Yeah, we have a lot of support area for the SPY. It wouldn't surprise me to see us back at the 585.29 area for the SPY, although there are a lot of support places back, to catch us and on that ride down, let's say that. Now back to the upside, we would definitely need to get back above 593.85. Breaking that, we would need to get back above 594.37, and if we should break that level, 594.65 and again 595.15. Those are going to be resistance areas. Now I do have this 595.16 area marked because it was a strong support or resistance area in my opinion. So if we should break that, we could very well have a trouble place around 595.97, which brings us close to the 200 EMA again on this 30-minute chart at 596.21. So if you trade the SPY today, I would definitely watch those areas, for support and resistance. The market should be interesting today, y'all. So we are now looking at Tesla. Tesla closed at 431.66, pre-market low 421.44. So we have gapped down with Tesla today. We came back to this zone here. We had this mark that support was around, let's say 422.22, and resistance was around this area of 425.39. So where are the trouble places for Tesla? We would definitely need to get back above the 425.39. We could very well have trouble at 426. 79. Breaking that level, we can come back and have trouble at 428.95. And if we should break that, 429.99 could very well be a trouble place. That 431.19 is the ATR trailing stop as of now for Tesla. We could very well get rejected here. In my opinion, that ATR trailing stop is a strong support or resistance area. So we definitely need to watch that 431.19 area. If we should break that, 432.54 could be a trouble place, or around that area, 434.44, and again 436.19. Now if we break the 436.19, we could again have trouble at 438.42. Breaking that level, 441.88, and that's to the upside or resistance areas for Tesla. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under this level of 422.22, we could very well find support 419.71, and again here at 417.54, breaking that 412 area. Now if we break this 412 area, in my opinion, for Tesla, which is here, we have broken some layers of support, and we could very well continue declining. 410.01 and again 407.89 could very well be support places. So if you trade Tesla today, I say often, y'all, trade carefully, and once it goes against your why, get out. Make sure you have your stop losses or mental losses. Some people choose to use that. Whatever you choose to use, make sure you have the discipline to execute your trade, right? So we are now looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA closes at 137.01. As you can see, y'all, we back in this zone here. Price has come down to the 135.01. Bounce from there. Where are the trouble places? Back to the upside, breaking back above 135.67, and again 136.19, 136.42. 136.67 just brings us back to this gathering spot here, and if we should break that, 136.80 could very well be a resistance area. Breaking that 136.80, we could have trouble around 137.05, which is where that ATR trailing stop is, and very close to the 137.14, which is another area of resistance. Now if we should break that 137.14 area, we could very well, 137.05 area, we could very well have trouble at 137.40, which is the 200 EMA, and very close to this line that we have at 137.46. So those are trouble places or resistance areas for NVIDIA as of right now. Now to the downside, if we lose the area where we are now, we could find support at 134.91, and breaking that level, we can come back to 133.71, 133.45, under 133.45, 132.88 or 132.89 could be a support area. Under that 132.89, we can come back to 132.29, and again at 131.81. So those could be areas of support and resistance for NVIDIA today. So if you trade NVIDIA, y'all know, trade carefully. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's look at AMD just to see where we are today. AMD closed at 125.19. It seems like, y'all, we've been trading in this zone, a gathering spot, right? So where are the trouble places? To the upside, we would need to get back above 124.94, only to, we can very well have trouble again at 125.39. That's where price has been gathered here. 124.39. If we should break that, we can have trouble again. 125.69. Breaking that level, we can have trouble at 125.85, and again here around 126.09. Now if we break the 126.09, 126.67 could very well be a resistance area for us, and if we should break that, 127.37 could very well be a resistance area for us. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under this level, 124.47, that's right where we have a support line at, and the ATR trailing stop, so that's a strong support area in my opinion. 124.47, if we should break that, we can come back to the 123.95 area, and if we should break that, 123.50, 123.06, and if we break that, 122.64. Breaking the 122.64, 122.26 could be a support area, and if we should lose that, 121.73. So if you trade AMD today, those are places to the upside and to the downside. I would definitely watch for support and resistance. Now we're now looking at Apple. Apple closed at 255.59. We have come down to find support at this 252.84. 84. Where are the trouble places? As of now, back to the upside, we could possibly get rejected here, let's say around 253.62. And what I did was went to the body of these candles here because price was here. That's where we were meeting. Well, 253.63. And if we break that level, just know 254.31, which is about right here at this level here, 254.31, and if we should break that area for Apple, 254.82, and again at 255.30, breaking the 255.30, 255.27 area, we could very well have trouble around 255.71. So if you trade Apple, those are places to the upside that I would definitely watch. What's concerning is if we break this 252.84, we can come all the way back to this 250.58. And if we break that 250.58, 250.13, those are going to be support places for Apple. And it looks like we're breaking out of a gathering spot, so it wouldn't surprise me to see us head towards that 250.58 area. So again, if you trade Apple today, y'all, trade carefully. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. We are now looking at Netflix. We closed at 907.55. Netflix is trading in this zone here of support at $897.38. Resistance was around $900.19. So as you can see, we are under that now. So where are the trouble places? We could very well come back to $895.28, $894.50 and find support. And let's see, I'm going to go to a higher time frame just to see. Okay, so that 894.50 area, if we lose that, which is here where the body is here of these candles, if we lose this area, we could very well come back. I would say around the 889.86. If we lose the 889.86, 888.98 or 888.99 could very well be a support place for us to the to the downside. Now to the upside, breaking back, I'm gonna go back to my 30-minute, back to the upside. We need to get back above the $900.19 area, and if we do, 903, let's say 903.92 could possibly be an area of resistance, and if we should break that, around the 908.77 could be an area of resistance. Breaking that level, we can have trouble around 911.94 or 911.79 area, so I would definitely watch those places. If I traded Netflix today, I say anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. We have a couple of inside day candles. Blink was one of those, BLNK, and if we break above $1.61, 162 is the target. To the downside, under 151 gives us a downside target of 150. So Blink is an inside day candle. I say trade carefully. Intel, INTC, is also an inside day candle above $20.62, gives us $20.68 as the target. Now to the downside, the trigger was $20.10, and we've already reached that downside target of $20.07. So does that mean we cannot continue declining? We very well can. Let's see how much Intel normally moves, 71 cents per day. So if you trade Intel, it is an inside day candle. Trade carefully. And Macy's is also an inside day candle above 1802, gives us an upside target of 1813. Under, let's say, 1750 gives us a downside target for Macy's at 1673. Macy's is an inside day candle. It normally moves about 80 cents per day. So I say if you trade Macy's today, trade carefully. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. I'm going to go back to the SPY just to see where we are, and it looks like we are is this going to form a bear flag for us? That's something to be mindful of. I always say often, y'all, just trade what you see, and once it goes against your why, get out. Live to trade another day, y'all. So when I look at the market, this is what I see. There's so many different ways to trade the market, the strategy. The plan is trying to come up with something that works best for you. So I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day today. If you could, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we learn and we grow together, y'all. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.